After breakfast in the morning, we met as a group and loaded onto the bus to head to our first activity. Along the way, we stopped at an observation deck to get a stunning view of the mountains. Before getting to our activity, we stopped at a local clubhouse along the way so we could get some snacks and drinks. Our big activity for the day was supposed to be dog sledding, but unfortunately it hadn't snowed enough for us to go. Instead, we still got to go visit and play with all the dogs. We started by meeting the owners and were served some delicious hot chocolate. Finally, we got to go out and see all the dogs. They said there were about 120 dogs, and I made it my goal to pet every one of them. I didn't make it to every dog, but I got pretty close by the time we had to leave. All of the dogs were super friendly, and you could tell they were taken care of very well. Our last stop was to the Tipo9nine Pro Shop. Matthew Meinzer, who is originally from the United States and now lives in Ushuaia, makes wooden hockey sticks along with other wood products. Because importing hockey equipment is so difficult, they need to make the sticks and repair equipment locally. Matt gave us a tour of his shop and told us how they make all of the hockey sticks.
This is the Pro Shop. All right. You know, the front area, this is where everyone's waiting, so I keep the sparks away from everybody and stuff. And over in the corner, I got the sewing machines, because we do a lot of restoration, equipment restoration and stuff like that. That's one of our newer, adventures, because gloves are all good, but the pounds wear out first, you know. This side's where we do a lot of I do stick making. The carpentry's in the back. We're gonna go back there in a second, but I'll show you this real quick. So see all these laminates up here above Mike's head? These are 3mm laminates, and we press them together. I'll show you that later too. Each stick is 9 laminates, right? Tipo9. We've added support and add the blade. It's the old school way, just like the Shearwood 5030s. Right? After gluing this all up, cutting out the form, sanding it down a bit, we have a vapor box over here, and I put just the blades in the box. We steam all the blades. Then behind you, right here, these are the molds. A lot of them are specific to each player, but we literally press them in wooden molds. Right, so each blade gets pressed in a wooden mold. This one's the P88, for example, right? And then so we have P88s and P92s. Those are the most common. But also down there, I have some with names on them because some players have specific curves, like the Fito. We have a Fito blade. We have a Kevin blade. Because they'll get the blades just up there behind Tommy. They'll get just the blades. So they'll have a shaft, you know, that they had a broken stick. They'll flip it over, you know, so you can put the blade in. And they want the same curve that they had. So we have, you know, I'll make them custom. And the goalies are all the goalie sticks. This is Maite. She's plays for the selection team for roller hockey for Argentina. She used this in a mundial, in a world tournament in roller hockey. And so she gifted it back to me because we sponsor her. We sponsor both of the women goalies that play for the national selection team. So she gave it back to us to put on the wall, and I gave her a new one. And every time she breaks one, she gets another one. So yeah, and then also, thanks to you guys, now we starting to get some pucks in. Oops. Starting to get some pucks in, but before we didn't have any. So all the kids, we're getting wooden hockey pucks because they didn't have any. They only had pucks in the clubs, and each club only had like 10. So we were getting wooden hockey pucks so they could go play on the lakes and stuff. It's starting to get more and more common that there's pucks around and stuff like that, so we're selling less of them. They're more for like gifts, you know. But yeah, 5 years ago, it was just, yeah, these ones are way like the same as the blue pucks. But we're using harder wood also. This is one signed by Kasparaitis.
Oh wow.
Yeah, this is, so that's a story too. These ones are a little heavier.
Yeah. It's still nice. It's still nice.
Yeah. And the other cool thing is, the lake that you guys went to before, the lake that we went to, you notice how there's an intake and an out where the water is? So when the hockey puck falls in, it falls to the bottom, but when the wooden puck falls in, it floats. So they can dig it back out. And so you also notice too, we have adult sticks, which we make a lot less of. Those are 165s. Then we have the shorter sticks, which are 150s. More for intermediate kids and for the women. It's perfect size for them. And then we have the 133s, which are the really tiny ones. You'll notice like the 133s have a flex of like 35 to 45. The middle ones are 40 to 60, and then I can get up to like 90 flex somewhere in there, which is crazy. But you'll notice the adult sticks are a lot thicker, like the old school sticks, you know. And the smaller they get, the more comfortable they are, you know, in their hands. Last year, and you guys are this year, and so like everyone's really happy. Like there's a whole new world of people coming, and they're good people, and that's the part that's really important, because we don't want to exploit these kids and stuff and all that, you know. It's like that's why I got so emotional the first day. I'm sorry. Just give me 1 second, I'll get it out. They put their trust into me, you know. They put their trust into me, knowing that I know their style, and I know that their culture for hockey, and that I'm not gonna, you know, bring some assholes here who are gonna destroy it or check the kids or, you know, like play hard hockey or anything. They put their trust into me, and you guys went above and beyond. You guys are awesome, you know, and you really showed them that. You know, that there are good hockey people out there, and there are people like them, you know, that play clean hockey, that are nice people and stuff. And I'm really, really happy. You guys are. This whole thing has been really amazing, and it's been a really, really interesting trip. You know, like it's just like they mean so much to me. You know, they really do. Like every one of them, and for them to put their trust into me when I say I'm going to bring someone, and they say yeah, let's do it. It means a lot. It's really. I was really nervous, you know, because I didn't know you guys. You know, and I was really nervous. I really was, and you guys are exactly what I was hoping for, and I'm really grateful.
Thank you, man. It's been amazing. It's been amazing.
Yeah. Sorry, it's they really do. It means a lot to me. It means the world to me. Oh, and dogs, Matt. More dogs. Yes. Yeah. This is Sammy. She was sick. She was sick yesterday.
That's so funny.
Sammy was sick yesterday, so we were nervous about her. This is where we press the laminates. So 9 of these. Right? Cut in half is 2 sticks. So when we do the glue ups, we go 9, actually 10. So there's the one extra, we sand it off. 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. So this right here is going to be 12 sticks once it's all done. Right? For 24 hours. We press them, sometimes a little less, but we press them, and then in the morning I pull them. And then we do another one. So this will eventually be 12 shafts. See, see all these right here? All these, we call them tacos. These are all for making mate cups. All right, so they're set next to the heat right now to try and dry out a little bit. We don't get them all the way dry. We keep them a little bit green, but it helps to get them a little bit drier before we cut them up. Then they go to the other side where we have we press the holes in them and cut them out. We sell 500 to 900 mate cups a week, and that's one of the. Yeah, that's one of the biggest things that keeps this place going. Making furniture and stuff is not, that's why he's changing things over a little bit into cutting boards, mate cups. The hockey sticks is just starting to come in, to help, but really the mates is what's keeping this place going. These are here's the line up all the mates and do all the laser printing. Oh, cool. And we have the 2 lasers on this side. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. Like I said, these are all for the other store. There's a little store downtown. This is their logo, the triangle. And then a lot of these go to the shops downtown. So when tourists come through, they buy buy them from the shops downtown. Like you'll see, Ruta 3, like Ushuaia, Fin del Mundo, all the this is the lighthouse that we went to see on the boat.
At the end, a bunch of us bought hockey sticks. There wasn't any adult goalie sticks finished, but I was able to purchase a junior one to bring home with me.
Derecha.
Maddie, do me a favor. What's up, buddy? Sign that blade for me.
Right on, yeah.
For dinner that night, we ate at Augusto. This was my second time eating there, and was just as good as the first. This time, I got the steak. Before leaving, we saw a protest marching down the street. Matt said it's pretty common to see protests in Ushuaia. Later that night, we had our last hockey. For the last game of every trip, our group plays a friendship game where we mix rosters with the local team. It's so much fun getting to play alongside the local players and get to know them a little bit better. After the game, we all got medals to commemorate the trip from Scott, who organizes everything. Before leaving the ice, I was able to trade one of my sticks with the women's goalie for her wooden one. I also bought an extra jersey and was able to trade that one for a local jersey from another goalie. We changed out of our equipment and ate some empanadas that were delivered. We also signed some autographs on players' cards that were made for us for the local kids that were there. Next time on Part 7.